We'll get the main one out the way. Yesterday, Johnathan Majors was found guilty of one misdemeanor assault charge, which includes recklessly causing injury, and one harassment violation in the case with his ex-girlfriend, who said he attacked her. Of course, you know, as he left her in that car in excruciating pain. And his legal team is sticking by that she was the aggressor. Well, within hours of the verdict, Marvel Studios and Walt Disney Company dropped him. He was on track to become a central character named Kang, if you didn't hear. He did make some appearances before in the Marvel Universe, in Ant-Man and the first 2 seasons of Loki. Anyway, and he was set to blow up big in 2026. They had already had... he was scheduled to do that movie, which was going to be solely based on him and this one character.
What is that in his hand?
Called the book. The Bible that he was carrying the whole time, and then of course, his lawyer said that Majors still has faith in the process and looks forward to fully clearing his name. His sentencing is set for February 6th, and the maximum set for the assault conviction only is a year. So.
All right, so y'all ready for this?
That's the max he could get.
Yeah, that's the max he can get for that. I don't know if they're going to give him anything for everything else.
That's the skinny that's out there for the mainstream. But if you do the research on this, everybody who has something to do with law was saying, I can't believe a misdemeanor was even brought to trial. They say this stuff rarely makes it
That's
to
true.
trial.
It's like somebody wanted him. Somebody wanted to get him.
Yeah, no, there's a guy who runs the office down there. I can't think of his name. Anybody who does the research, will you please put up there the name of the dude office?
What, like the
who,
DAs?
Yeah, who made this happen? It's a Stephen A. Smith type nigga.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm getting at.
It's a brother.
They hire niggas now to prosecute niggas to talk, like Stephen A. Smith talk about black men on TV. But with Giddy, it's like, oh, you don't know what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Listen, this is what you need to know about this case. The woman got arrested. They don't even arrest women, especially.
Talking about that guy?
Hold on. I think that's him. What's the name?
Alvin Bragg, Manhattan's first black district attorney. I don't know now. He's just one of them.
Yeah, no, that's him.
Manhattan's first black district attorney.
Put there just like Obama was put there. Under Obama, they wrote a whole bunch of laws to hang people. Under Stephen A. Smith, you could talk about black men on ESPN, but everybody else gets due process, or they his friend. Now, they hiring these sellout Negroes to be in charge of offices. Let me tell you what's happened in this case. Caucasian woman in question got arrested. They don't arrest Caucasian women on mother battery and all that shit. They arrested her. The officers came and arrested her. This is what you need to know about that Johnathan Majors case.
What are you talking about? When she was drunk, lean, and like knocked out in his own closet.
They showed the bitch, they got video of the bitch chasing him down the street.
That was ridiculous. Right. I was like, okay, good. He's out.
This is what you need to know about this case.
I'm like, how you hurt and you chasing that man?
And it's so terrible when you think about it, but it's just you need to know what's happening. None of the evidence against the woman was allowed in the courtroom. Of the evidence they had showing what she did was allowed in the courtroom. They said, we don't care what she did. Even though she got arrested, they didn't want to prosecute her. What the kind of world is this? You know what they called her? The survivor. They was calling the bitch the survivor in the courtroom. This bitch was dancing, wound up drunk where Johnathan Majors was supposed to be, so he went and got a hotel because he didn't want no drama.
See, he did stay away from you, right?
He didn't want no drama, and they found him guilty. Anybody who been through the court system, you ain't surprised. You already know what the court system is. Court system hang you, dog. You normally can beat it, but if you in the courtroom, hope brother Majors is listening to this. If you in the courtroom and you was fucking a Caucasian woman. Motherfucker, you ain't got no rights. Them motherfuckers gon' hang your ass. They don't even pursue these types of cases. It was a misdemeanor.
Yes, and do you know this is what I believe.
They said, we don't give a fuck what evidence you got on this bitch. We using this evidence against him, and we gonna motherfucking make it what we want to make it. And a nigga was in charge of the shit happening.
And I think that which she purposely saved those, but when they played those messages that he left her or that she recorded in his apartment, that didn't help. Even though, to me, it was like, okay, well, that shouldn't have anything to do with what happened that night. However, I think that's what they're using against him. Did you hear those ones where he was talking about how she needed to be like this? They didn't like that. You need to be, if you're gonna be down with me. I didn't find anything too tough about the messages that he was leaving or he was telling her. She was just crying, okay. And he was like, if you're gonna be down with this, you gotta be like this. You gotta be in position like this.
Let me give you the game.
They didn't like to hear that.
Now that dude who you said, he black, right? But guess what?
What?
The jury was all Caucasian. Except for one black lady. And you ought to see what she had to say when they asked her about the jury, about the verdict. She did this. Yes.
Oh, they broke her down. Dang it.
Homie, let me tell you something, man. That dude was done. Do you remember in New York when that black tennis player was standing in front of them building and them motherfucking detectives just started getting at his ass?
That's true.
Homie,
Hopefully he can appeal that on.
When we gonna learn we're not one of them?
Nothing is more
It's
crooked than
fair.
cops and the judicial system. That's the most crooked organization in the history of humanity. Is broke folks with power. And if you get somebody broke, power, they're gonna abuse it. Look at all these offices held by people who come from nothing. They're manipulating the money of every village and city that they're in. Johnathan Majors didn't have a shot. They wanted that guilty verdict on him, and they manufactured it. And what's gonna be done about it?
What's gonna be done?
I'm not taking up for him. I don't know Johnathan Majors like that, but I am afraid to ever be in the system because I know what they can do. They can do whatever they want to do.
So many lessons to be learned. Like, you don't have the same privilege that some of these people have. He couldn't even settle out of court. They
offered him a settlement. The settlement would have had it where he was
guilty.
just
He
admitting.
had to plead guilty.
Yeah. See, Johnathan Majors had a lot at stake with that deal with Universal. Universal, that was his ticket out of having to be on the 5150 show. Now he got to come do the little fucking podcast and shit and sit in there with motherfuckers. So Johnathan, what happened to you, man? Johnathan, you didn't do that, did you, Johnathan?
We never know. Hey, maybe he
Unprofessional mother who get paid by the system to mother have a podcast. Now you got to, Johnathan, you got to be out here with the bootleg press now.
Maybe he can appeal it.
So many brothers, so many male comics give so much flack about why they don't date black women and how black women be giving them a hard time. But I'm telling you right now, a sister would have never took him down like that.
Shut up, bitch!
These hoes from all races ain't shit.
Never took him down like that.
From all
we stand
races.
behind our man. What? Stand behind our man. We do. A sister would have never did that to him.
Trina, you saying women stand behind their men?
I said a sister.
Stop the cap.
Now he didn't pick. Now if we gonna blanket this about women, he picked the wrong type of woman. I don't think that. I don't know the sister, but I feel like maybe she, from what the media is saying, and I don't know her, but she seems to be pretty trashy. Like she got trashed a lot with the under the influence videos and just. He picked her up, put her in a car, and now she's chasing him. She seemed extra psychotic to me. And this is seem. I do not know this woman. But how the did he pick this one? Do you know how much pussy he passed to get to that pussy?
Yep.
How?
Maybe he
How
thought
are we
could
that
mold
dumb?
her. Maybe
Hey,
thought
he
could
was
mold her.
not wise at all. Let me get a call back from earlier. He wasn't wise. That wasn't wise, bro. I don't know what you was thinking.
He wasn't wise, but you just got through saying if he'd have picked the sister. Do you want to recant that statement?
I do not. I do not on no day. I do not on no day. A sister, a real sister, would have never done that to him.
What?
Never. Never. Do you hear me? Never.
Stop the cap.
I don't even have to say it. You see,
I
don't have to.
You got him speechless, girl.
Did you say you was married?
Yeah, I was married.
Let me tell you something. Ain't no woman gonna stand behind you in those situations where they can win.
We want him to keep his
Let me
career.
make sure
That's the
I
meal
say
ticket.
that so you can understand it.
What?
If a bitch can win, a bitch gonna choose to win over righteousness. That's why they collecting money from motherfuckers they ain't even around no more. They went for the win. Fuck the fact that this motherfucker helped you raise your kids and everything. If the people at the courthouse say you can rob this nigga for him being around you, I don't care if she black, white, whatever. They are going for the win. That's how they was trained in America, to rod your ass out in a courthouse. I don't want to hear nothing about no. Megan Good is hustling. Johnathan Majors, he was one of the most sought after actors in the world. Megan Good is on his side because she want them gigs that's finna come now. She about to be the Tubi queen in this motherfucker.
Not the Tubi queen. Shout out to her hustle. She's an amazing actress. And just that look
And a
with
nice
Jonathan.
person.
I
Megan
ain't
Good.
knocking her. I'm
Yeah,
just
okay,
saying it's
good.
like, that girl ain't stupid. That girl know.
Well, hopefully
Johnathan
she'll
Majors,
stand
hell
by-
yeah, you can
yeah.
get this pussy.
A
Hell yeah,
sister
I stand
would
in court
never.
with you.
I hope she stips.
A sister would never. That's why he went and got a sister. He could have got a white girl to stand next to him. Why did he get a sister? Because he know
He got
we
a sister,
loyal
so
to our
y'all
brother.
will root
we
for him.
uplift
You
black
know
men.
what y'all want. You
We
so easy to
uplift black
manipulate.
men the time. All the time. A sister would never.
She being funny.
That's the truth, man. That's the truth.
Okay, what time is it? Let's try
Even
to
they
fix
keep
some
putting
money.
Megan in the chat. Megan didn't tell on Tori initially. She tried to cover up for him, and her homegirl tried to cover up for him initially.
That's funny.
Sister
Okay,
would
she
never.
cracked
Now,
jokes.
Jonathan got to do better, man.
Let's see.
All these
Yeah,
men.
good luck, Jonathan. Let's hope that somehow this.
Hey,
can
Jonathan,
turn
that shit
over.
they did to you
Foul.
made history. What they did to convict you
Well, let's-
as guilty is not even justice at all. They went after you with a backdooria nigga.
You're now a
Look, she
slave,
doesn't even look
Jonathan.
alive in that left picture. She
You're
They
now
went
back to
after
slavery.
him. They would not let him get off without a guilty because they know with the guilty, Universal can justify what they want to do. You can't be Cain the Conqueror anyway no more. You was being chased by a bitch. It can't be on. Are you serious? They'll show the movie where he'll be like, rah! Then they'll show him down the street. Fuck out of here.
Making dumb decisions. Yeah, that
Come on,
wasn't.
5150, homie.